On June 12, 1898, in the quiet state of Illinois, something happened that would echo through the world of crime. A small wooden house, simple, ordinary, suddenly burst into flames without warning. The fire wasn't normal. Witnesses swore it erupted all at once, as if it exploded from the inside. In just 20 minutes, the entire house was gone. People whispered that demons must have done it. No one could explain the speed, the violence, the way the flames rose and died as if following an invisible command. Outside, a woman stood trembling, her 2 daughters clinging to her dress, all 3 crying as they watched everything they owned turn to ashes. She knew deep inside that what she had just lived through had nothing to do with demons, curses, or folklore. But what she didn't know was that this fire would change her life forever. It would carve her name into the darkest chapters of American crime. Her story would later be adapted into more than 160 books, studies, and films. That woman was Belle Gunness. Before the world knew her name, before she became a legend of horror, Belle appeared to be an ordinary immigrant. Born in Norway in 1859, she moved to America in 1881, hoping for a better life. For a time, she lived quietly in Illinois with her husband, Mads Sorensen, but soon the pattern began: a fire, insurance money, a tragedy with no explanation. The fire that destroyed her home remains to this day a mystery. No forensic report, no scientific analysis, no eyewitness account could ever explain how it started or why it ended so abruptly. And yet it was only the beginning. After the fire, Belle's husband died suddenly. The official story said it was a heart attack. Strangely, he was insured twice and Belle collected both payouts. People called her cursed, unlucky, haunted. Yet aside from the very first fire, every other accident would later be tied back to her. With her new wealth, Belle moved to a small town called La Porte in Indiana and bought a large farm. Psychologists today describe her move as a classic escape, an attempt to erase her past, rebuild identity, and start fresh in a place where no one knew her darkness. But darkness travels. In La Porte, Belle Gunness evolved into something far more terrifying: a methodical, calculating female serial killer. Criminal psychology teaches that while women rarely kill and almost never become serial killers, it can happen under the right or wrong conditions: a damaged psyche, an unhealthy environment, a hunger for control, or revenge. Belle had all 3. Her weapon of choice? Poison. Silent, clean, emotionless, she placed poetic advertisements in newspapers describing herself as a gentle widow, seeking a loyal man willing to share a peaceful life on her farm. The tone was soft, warm, almost romantic, but every line was bait. Men came from different states, carrying their savings, hoping for love, marriage, a new beginning. Belle welcomed them with a smile. She offered them food, comfort, the illusion of safety. Then, once trust was built, a drink, a meal, a moment of weakness, and the man was gone. If poison wasn't convenient, she used an axe or a blunt tool, killing swiftly and without hesitation. 2 maids often helped her dispose of the bodies, burying them in remote corners of the farm, under trees, in pig pens, beneath soil that no one ever disturbed. Between 1900 and 1906, in just 6 years, Belle Gunness is believed to have killed at least 32 men, possibly more. The community never suspected her. Society simply couldn't imagine a woman, a mother, capable of such horror, and that was her greatest weapon. So why did she keep killing? Money was the first spark. Insurance payouts, stolen savings, inheritance with no heirs to claim it. But soon it became something else: power. A cold, addictive sense of control over life and death. Every victim strengthened her illusion of invincibility. Belle's reign of terror finally ended only when her farm went up in flames. Another mysterious fire. In the ruins, investigators found bodies, many bodies, but Belle herself was gone. Did she die in the fire, or did she escape? Using a final brilliant trick, no one knows for sure. To this day, Belle Gunness remains one of the most chilling enigmas in American history. A woman who hid cruelty behind tenderness, who turned love into a weapon, and who walked away from her crimes like a ghost fading into the night.